I want to turn now to Misty, our legal analyst. Misty, the DA was asked about this, and I was hoping you could clarify for our viewers. What does it mean when he says that there are special circumstances when it comes to these two counts of a first-degree murder, and what could that potentially mean in terms of any sort of sentence if convicted?
Yeah, this is very, very relevant because this is the highest level of murder in California, first-degree murder with special circumstances. So first-degree murder, that is an intentional, premeditated murder. It could result in 25 years to life behind bars. But when the district attorney enhances those charges with what is called special circumstances, and those special circumstances are enumerated in the statute, one of those being a double murder, another aggravating factor being the use of a weapon, in this case, a knife. That means that the penalty is either life without the possibility of parole or possibly the death penalty. It's an interesting thing, Gabe, because in California, the death penalty still on the books, although there has been a moratorium on enforcement of it since 2019 by Governor Gavin Newsom. So it's largely symbolic at this point, but it is reserved for the most heinous of crimes, the highest level charge that somebody can be charged with in the state of California. So that gives us a little bit of insight into what we might see as the basis for the charges, that this was what the district attorney believes and he's being charged with,
right,
an intentional premeditated murder versus a heat of passion murder, which would be a lesser degree charge. So this is very significant, and it's a bit telling as to what we might see when we get those charges, the filing, the probable cause affidavit.
Interesting point there, and reminding us about the moratorium and the death penalty in California. Misty, I want to get your thoughts on what might be next here in the legal process. Authorities were very careful, very tight-lipped, as you heard Gotti mention, and talking about the timetable of all this. They wouldn't even answer a question as to when they thought the murder might have taken place, saying that they're waiting on information from the coroner's office. But what is next in this legal process? The suspect, Nick Reiner, of course, being held without bail here.
Yeah, so this is an active investigation, as was laid out in this press conference. What's going to happen next? The first thing is this mental health evaluation that's done with everybody that is in custody. The reason for this, there is an assessment of whether or not the individual, the defendant, in this case, Nick Reiner, is competent to appear before the court. That means at this point in time, is he able to understand the charges against him and participate in his own defense? So that is one threshold issue, competency. The next step, if he is deemed competent, we will have an arraignment. He will put in a plea. The type of charge that he has right here, murder with special circumstance, there is no bail available. It is a hard and fast rule, no bail for that. After that, we will likely see a flurry of motions from both defense and prosecution, exchange of discovery. And again, this is an active investigation, so it may take a while for us to learn more about all of the underlying evidence that the prosecutors intend to use in court ultimately if this case goes to trial.
NBC News legal analyst Misty Marris, Gotti Schwartz, before you. Thank you so much.